Welcome to the Calder Farmstead.
Now the Ice Hogs back out to center in transition. Carlson with Quinville 2-on-1. Right when Carlson comes, Quinville scores!
Here's a chance for Carrick. Fighting scores! Off the face-off! Up in Zeminger. Pulled back to Wierenski. Has it. Shoots one. Bounces off a man. 5 seconds left. Wierenski. Another jam on the shot. Turning and firing. They go! Scores! They score! Now they catch each other. They both go right over the top. Matching rights to one another. McDermott gets the helmet off of Cassie.
And now, with 9 minutes gone in overtime, the Bears breaking out right side with Bear. Looks like cutting to the net. Bear will score!
And here are your hosts, Cece and Sean.
Hello and greetings from the windy city of Chicago, Illinois.
And Mount Crumpet, Whoville.
Oh, well, welcome to the Calder Farmstead podcast, episode number 71 for Friday, December 24th, 2021. If you're hoping for a podcast featuring analysis on tree types for making a tree farm for Christmas shoppers, we are not going to be much help. This is an American Hockey League podcast, the happiest pod of them all, with the jolliest bunch of a-holes this side of the nuthouse. My name is CC Hockley, the AHL editor of Full Press Hockey.
And I'm Sean O'Brien from StatsTrack and the AHL's only league-wide analytics guy.
And in spite of all of our ridiculousness, we thank you all for tuning in.
And if you're new to hearing Cece and I talk about hockey, we're going to take a step back and briefly look at each individual team and what we'd give them for Christmas as a podcast. We both watch a lot of AHL games and are going to do Christmassy things, but normally we would recap or preview the season or weekend series, and we do so based on what we use to watch the film, as well as use some advanced stats to help us break that down. If that's new to you, you might want to head over to our podcast feed or YouTube channel, wherever you're listening to us from, and check out episode 0. It's a short primer on some of the stats we're going to be talking about, as well as how we view what's important on the ice. So if you're newer to some of the more advanced hockey stats terms like PDO or the point shares model, or newer hockey terms like controlled zone entries, go check that out so you better be able to pick up what we're putting down. I promise it's not that nerdy or technical. It's only 20 minutes, and let's be honest, you wasted 20 minutes tracking Santa with NORAD. You'll never get that time back. So next time, why not spend a little more time with us talking hockey? And especially as there aren't any games this week in the AHL for the Christmas holidays, this is a good time to go check out episode 0 and get your hockey fix when there isn't any on TV.
Absolutely. And normally my home base of Denver, Colorado, you could just tune into NORAD from in Colorado Springs, just about an hour and a half south. So, but I digress. For Thanksgiving, we decided to highlight the 31 AHL teams and what they were thankful for in American U.S. Thanksgiving in late November there. And this go around with the Christmas, the holiday season, happy Hanukkah for our Jewish viewers, happy Kwanzaa for those who celebrate, happy Festivus. We're recording this on December 23rd. So there you go.
For the rest of us.
What's that?
It's a holiday for the rest of us.
A holiday for the rest of us, yes. So, with that all said, we are going to be giving. We're in a charitable mood, and we are going to be giving some gifts that we think best suit the 31 AHL teams. And especially with the break, we figured, why not have a little more fun and enjoy the holiday season this way? So, this is us giving Xmas gifts to each AHL team. And of course, we're going to start in the Atlantic Division with the Springfield Thunderbirds. Shawnee, take it away, my good sir.
The answer you want us to give the Springfield Thunderbirds is Scott Perunovich, but I'm trying to give realistic gifts here. I'm a podcaster, not a miracle worker. My gift for the Springfield Thunderbirds is health for the St. Louis Blues. The Blues have lost 136 man games to injury so far this season, which is a lot. The team with Nathan Walker, Dakota Joshua, and Logan Brown looks a lot different at forward than it does right now, and that's for the best. The Blues still have 4 guys on IR and 2 on LTIR, so it's probably going to be a while before the Thunderbirds have a full complement back, hence our Christmas gift to Springfield.
All right, and we're just going to continue on down the standings there in the Atlantic Division, and next up is going to be the Hartford Wolfpack, and we are going to give the gift of better game day presentation. The current pregame show in the XL Center is lacking, for lack of a better word. The goal celebrations feel very mild. This is a team that's 6th in the league, and overall in the standings. And quite frankly, the fans deserve better. And that's going to be not a common theme, but a theme that we'll address in a few other teams as well as we head along here in the standings. So next
up, we have the Wicksbury Scranton Penguins, and our gift to them is a real prospect pipeline. The Penguins have traded away 19 draft picks since 2014. Now, some of those trades helped the Penguins win back-to-back cups, but it also, when you trade away that many draft picks, you leave the pipeline very bare, and that's hurt Wicksbury Scranton. The good news is the Penguins have their first and second round picks for the next 3 drafts. Callie Klang, Kirill Tankov should be in the Wicksbury Scranton uniforms as soon as next season. But still, it would have been cool to have Kalen Addison, Rodion Amirov, and Matthias Micheli in Wicksbury Scranton for this season. That would have been a very potent pipeline and a very fun Wicksbury Scranton team. And not to say that they don't have fun prospects right now. Nathan Legare, Pustanen, very good guys. But I think should they have had a better depth of prospect pipeline, this wouldn't have been a Wicksbury Scranton team that struggled heavily the last few years. So that is our gift to you. We're giving you a better prospect pipeline.
Next up, we've got the Hershey Bears up there in Pennsylvania, and we would give them the gift of health. The Capitals have had 109 man games lost to injury this season. Brian Pino hasn't played since Guy Fawkes Day. Zach Fucale has been called up a number of times, but has only gotten 1 game in net. Cody Franzen has missed 8 games. Mike Vecchione has missed 11 games. The Bears have obviously suffered having to play ECHL caliber guys to fill out the roster, so we would get them a nice first aid kit and give them some health this holiday season.
Next for us is going to be the Providence Bruins. Our gift to the Providence Bruins is an end to the yo-yos. Oscar Stian has been called up 3 times. He's played 3 games with Boston, 1 game each time. All of them have been under 12 minutes of ice time, which is 4th line minutes. Jack Studnicka called up 3 times. He's played 5 games, averaging 11:54 of ice time, which are, again, 4th line minutes. Jack Ashan called up twice, played 1 game with Boston, got 15 minutes of ice time, which is bottom pairing minutes. All of these are not helping the prospects. Calling them up and sending them back once and either letting them figure it out in Providence or calling them up and letting them figure it out in the NHL. Because sending them back to the AHL repeatedly damages their confidence and damages their game as a young player. This is why good organizations who are developing their prospects don't do this. They call up and send down veterans when they need a body or two. This is why a smart development team like Anaheim calls up Buddy Robinson and Vinny Lettieri and leaves a bunch of their young players like Jacob Perral alone.
Next, Charlotte Checkers over there in North Carolina. We would give them the gift of the Hurricanes affiliation back. And we're definitely not saying that Florida isn't working, or hell, the Seattle double affiliation isn't nice, because it most definitely is. But the Canes, Checkers, Swamp Rabbits pipeline, and the One Carolina kind of motto that they were embracing for the year there, that was a thing of beauty. And I don't know why the Hurricanes chose to split in the middle of the night. Like Dad says he's just going to go to the store for cigarettes. And I doubt we'll ever know. It's one of those mysteries. It is an affiliation that brought them a Calder Cup and a lot of good memories, though. So, boy, if we could wave our magic Santa dust and get the elves to work on that, then Carolina would be the NHL affiliate for Charlotte once again.
Rounding out the Atlantic Division here with 2 more. Second to the penultimate Atlantic team here is the Bridgeport Sound Tigers, and we are gifting them the team name they deserve. We don't recognize that silly rebrand that Bridgeport did, so we're giving them the gift of reversing it. Not only was it stupid as Connecticut is not an island, the glitchy reboots into the Matrix kind of way that they did it in a very drawn-out fashion when literally 2 weeks before all of us knew what was happening, I think increased the fan ire towards it. So we say, long live the Sound Tigers. You are the Sound Tigers once again, officially. That is our gift to you.
And lastly, in the Atlantic Division, we have the last place team in the Atlantic Division, the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. And we are bestowing upon them a power play that actually scores. It's been 5 seasons since the Phantoms have had a top 5 power play in the AHL. with Jerry Mayhew, Cam York, and Cal O'Reilly, who's, did you know he's Ryan O'Reilly's brother, by the way? You'd think this power play would be able to function. And we've talked about their tactics problems in other episodes, but this is a time for gift giving. So we are gifting the Phantoms a top 5 power play. Hell, we could even slide it in there as like a white elephant gift or something like that. So,
all right. That is our Atlantic Division. Let's go north to the North Division, obviously. And we will start with the Utica Comets. It was hard to give a gift. What do you give a guy who has everything? I mean, they have a rabid fan base, a first place team, a great coach, a new affiliation that's working out pretty well. What do we give them, CC? Well, how about an expansion on the Adirondack Bank Center? The capacity for hockey is 3,860, which is regularly sold out. I want them to have the ability to fill a bigger building. I did some research, and the average capacity of an AHL building is 9,971. So that's the total capacity for our gift to Utica. The Adirondack Bank Center has a 9,971 capacity for Comets games. Fill the building, make it loud.
Whew, that would definitely make it loud. Close to 10,000. Absolutely. Next in the North Division, we have the Cleveland Monsters, and we are giving them the gift of a new mascot. So, Cleveland, your logo is a monster, which makes sense because that's the team's name, but your mascot is a seagull named Sully? Why? Just why? There's literally an AHL team named the Gulls, whose mascot is a seagull because, duh. There are definitely ways to make the sea monster on the logo into a mascot suit that's kid-friendly. Cleveland, get yourself a Monsters mascot. It's on us. It's on the Calder Farmstead.
Next, we have the Toronto Marlies, and we are giving them the gift that probably every team really wants. It's the steal of the season. Consistent goaltending. The Marlies have started 6 goaltenders this year, and we're not even halfway through the season. Only 2 of them have posted better than a league or average or better save percentage. Eric Kalgren and Seth Petruzzelli. And Petruzzelli has only played 1 game. The other 4 goaltenders combined for an .884 save percentage, which is not good. While there are other problems with the team, getting consistent goaltending has been one of them. So that is our Christmas gift to the Marlies. You get league average goaltending the rest of the way. Merry Christmas.
6 goaltenders. What is this? Last year? For crying out loud. All right, next up on the docket, or on Santa's list, rather. Heyo. Rochester Americans. We are giving them the gift of Ryan Johnson. So the Amerks need defensemen who can defend rush chances and take away passing lanes in front of the net. The Sabres' 2019 first-round pick can do exactly those things. He's not offensively very flashy, and I don't expect him to be a point producer at the pro level, but he's solid in his own end, and he can defend the rush. The Amerks need more of that if they're going to be a Calder Cup contender. Lord knows that they've got offense coming out of their ears, but they need to shore up the defensive side of things. So take Ryan Johnson, and Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
To the Laval Rockets, I'm giving you an English broadcast. Yes, I know, it's Laval, and it's très France. But the number of French mother tongue residents in Laval is falling every year. And that's not a bad thing, but it is still a fact. The last Canadian census I found said 56.8% of Laval residents had French as a mother tongue. Not to mention there are people outside of Quebec that are Canadians fans and therefore potential Rocket fans. The guy who runs the Laval Rocket Facebook fan page is an Anglophone who follows the team quite literally religiously. I'm not saying ditch the French broadcast or anything that silly. I understand the cultural significance, especially to that region. But making me listen to Don Stevens when Rochester is in town is a punishment that I don't deserve. I just want an English alternative broadcast, perhaps one that interjects some French during goals or big plays or something like that. I think there is room for there to be fun in that broadcast, but there needs to be something where I can listen to Laval and at least have some idea of what's happening on the ice. I don't think that that's asking the moon from a team that has Montreal as its big boy. Like, there's plenty of money there. Find a way, Laval. That is our gift to you.
And especially with an all-star game, all-star classic coming up eventually.
Yeah.
Poor market. All right. Well, moving on. Syracuse Crunch. we will be giving them the gift of two players. Two players, Samuel Walker and Amon Powell. The Syracuse Crunch need depth players who can contribute right now after a lot of guys expected to be in Syracuse actually ended up on Tampa Bay. Walker is a solid two-way center who excels with the puck on his stick and tight, and Powell is a puck-moving defenseman who can skate and lead the rush. Both are in the Tampa system, and technically eligible for the AHL, but are still in the NCAA currently. But Syracuse needs players like them sooner rather than later if this season is going to be anything but lost for the Crunch. So why wait till April till the collegiate season is mostly over? We're going to gift these two guys to you, Samuel Walker, Amon Powell. Merry Christmas, Syracuse.
There we go. All right. Belleville, last but not least in the North Division, we are going to gift you future considerations. It seems to be the thing that you enjoy dealing with the most. So when there's an obvious gift, you don't shy away from that. I'm kidding. You'll just regift it. On a serious note, we are going to give Belleville new jerseys. I can live with the giant B that looks like a college logo circa 1940. The stripes with the numbers that share a color with part of the stripe is too much and it needs to go. The Senators have a lot of other jersey designs that range from awesome to awful. Pick one of the ones, preferably not one of the awful ones like the goofy white slash with the Senator logo that's like looking at you, kind of. Don't maybe do that one, but either fix the jersey stripes so the numbers are readable or get new jerseys. Either of those. We're giving you the gift of a better, more readable jersey for fans, analysts, play-by-play broadcasters, everyone. It's really for everyone's benefit.
I know it may be too soon, but, I might throw a little gift in your stocking and, brush off the old Binghamton Senators logo. I mean, maybe. There you go. All right. Well, we're done with the Eastern Conference. Let's head on over to the Western Conference in the Central Division. First up, the Iowa Wild. So the Iowa Wild, that is a team from a month. We're going to gift them the Iowa Wild from a team a month and a half ago. Easy for me to say. So that's the gift. The good old days in Iowa when the Wild looked like they had everything. Eternals was the #1 movie in the country. Omicron was just part of frat names and computer science textbooks. Taylor Swift's re-recording of Red had just come out. Those are the days. In those days, the Wild had a healthy Matt Boldy, Derek Baribeau, Andrew Hammond, John Lizotte, Mitchell Chafee, Connor Dewar. That team was fun. And our gift to the Wild is winding back the clock a month and a half to that team from long ago, way back when on the ice in Iowa. That is our gift to you. Jump in the time machine. Let's head back to October.
All right, Chicago Wolves, you're up, and we are going to give you a new logo. The team colors are unique, and they look good. I like the burgundy and gold. The logo looks like 90s clip art. It needs a refresh. They should still be the Wolves, but they need a more modern-looking logo, and I have seen a fair amount of Wolves logo designs from graphic designers on the internet, and there are a lot of sweet concepts out there for the Wolves. And I think an upgrade or not necessarily a rebrand, but just a refresh of that logo is very much warranted. Like I said, it looks like 90s clip art. And I understand the effort and the history that's associated with this, but this is a new chapter in the Wolves right now. You have a brand new affiliate who clearly sought you out instead of just kind of being the last one at the bar without a date. This is a moment I feel like to maybe change it up a little bit. That's why we're giving you a new logo. Merry Christmas, Chicago.
Next up, we've got the Manitoba Moose, and we will be extending a present to them, a Goose travel budget. So the Moose do these amazing segments pregame with Austin Siragusa on Instagram Live. They're a lot of fun, and we've had some fun interacting with the Goose during them. However, he's limited to only doing them for home games. So our gift to the Moose is a travel budget, salary bump, and per diem for the Goose to take his suits on the road and do the benched Instagram Live segments wherever Meese Night is taking place. Because as we know, with the Manitoba Moose, every night
is Meese Night.
Is Meese Night. Thank you. So whether that's in Grand Rapids, Abbotsford, Chicago, etc., wherever the Moose may be going, we can let it truly. The Goose is loose with the Moose. Oh, that is our gift to Manitoba.
Grand Rapids Griffins. Well, let's talk about what Grand Rapids needs. Currently, they need physical defensemen. They need puck-moving defensemen. And we are going to give them that from a prospect that's already in the Red Wing system in Albert Johansson, the 60th overall pick from 2019. He is currently playing in SHL in the Sweden for a team I'm not even going to try and pronounce as a 20-year-old. He is an intense puck-moving defenseman who can join the rush and defend his blue line. And as someone who's already in the Red Wing system, in theory, we could just pluck him and put him in Grand Rapids, which is exactly what we're doing. That is an asset the Grand Rapids Griffins definitely need right now, as pretty much no one on that team looks like they can move the puck or defend their blue line. Albert Johansson, that is our gift to you, Grand Rapids. Merry Christmas.
Next, down the line, we have the Texas Stars. And I think the gift that we are going to be giving them is some puck luck. Stars, the Texas Stars, have an estimated PDO of 97.6. Their all situations PDO is 98. They haven't been at or above 100 for the rolling PDO since November 16th. Well over a month. Since they've been in a puck luck freefall and haven't been above 95, our gift is some regression to the mean for the Texas Stars puck luck, and them to hit 102 for a month and then go back to fluctuating around 100 as they should be. Merry Christmas, Coach Graham and the Texas Stars. We're done messing with you.
For the Rockford Ice Hogs, we have a rebrand. Now, I am not a fan of the Ice Hogs name or logo. An ice hockey team with ice in the name screams to me that the front office doesn't think people will know it's a hockey team if it doesn't say ice. You see a lot of this in the lower leagues of hockey. The Knoxville Ice Bears, the Pensacola Ice Flyers, the Corpus Christi Ice Rays, the New Mexico Ice Wolves, the Chesapeake Ice Breakers, the Louisiana Ice Gators. I could really go on here for a long time. The logo also looks like it belongs as the title graphic for a 90s children's cartoon, like if the Mighty Ducks were from Chicago. Both are unbecoming of an almost 15-year AHL franchise. What name and logo and color should they change to? I have no idea. I'm not from Rockford. CC, maybe you can poll some of the local peeps there in Chicagoland. But if they want to keep the Blackhawks colors, I'm fine with that. However, the Ice Hogs name, even if they want to stick with the hog theme and logo, it needs a refresh. It needs a change. And don't put ice in the name for the love of all hockey.
And Sean, don't forget about the IHL's Indianapolis Ice. Literally, just the Indianapolis Ice. Wow.
there's a Winnipeg Ice in the CHL. And even I look at that and I'm like, but why? Just
yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
And their logo is like a Yeti. Why weren't you the Winnipeg Yeti? Anyway, Milwaukee Admirals, CC, what are we giving them?
The AHL ads rather, we're going to give them a do-over for the first 13 games because Milwaukee went 3-10 in those first 13 games of the season. They are 9-5 since then and have absolutely righted the ship. You called it, Sean. The shame is that those first 13 games are weighing them down in the standings like a millstone around their neck, and their record looks worse than they are because of it. It also makes our preseason predictions look worse, so obviously we got to save some face there. Our gift to the Admirals is a restart. Once again, dusting off our time machine, letting them jump in there, and we're going to give them a good old restart to take the team that's now clearly figured something out and have them do in October and half of November what they are doing now. So happy holidays.
On to the Best Coast, the Pacific Division. Our first up team here is the Stockton Heat, and we are gifting them a gift that we would love to see them have, and we are hoping inspires them to run with it. And that is a sellout streak. It is absolutely criminal that a team this fun and exciting to watch has that attendance. It's a team that has been bottom 5 in attendance for 3 straight seasons, and that in seasons that included fans, rather. The Stockton Flames of Calgary, or the Stockton Heat of Calgary, don't count. Yes, some of those Heat teams were downright bad. Nobody wants to go watch their team get smacked around, but this one isn't. It's very, very good, and it is downright fun to watch. It has a lot of potential. It has a lot of future Calgary's Flames on it. People of Stockton, go enjoy this team. We are gifting you a sellout streak. Merry Christmas.
And Sean, kind of a sidebar here. Did you know my first AHL in-person game that I attended was in Stockton, California?
I did not.
Well, there you go. Stockton Heat versus the Manitoba Moose. So there you have it. Anyway, that's another story for another time. Let's continue on and talk about the Ontario Reign. And I am feeling generous. We're going to channel some Toronto Marlies gift giving here and give them some league average goaltending. So in a shocking twist here, the Reign goalies have been very pedestrian. The defense in front of them is much improved compared to last season and is at least giving them a league average defensive environment rating. Yet Villalta and Garrett Sparks have combined to give them a 0.895 save percentage. Tell you what, as our gift, we're going to bump that up to a, let's say, 9.906 moving forward. And Godspeed to the rest of the Pacific Division, because once they've got good goaltending, still got those black and silver bandits. Oh, Lord have mercy.
So sometimes in the course of Christmas giving, you have to give a gift to someone that they didn't realize that they need, but now once you give it to them, they're like, oh. For San Jose, we are giving the Barracuda the gift of a new coach. Ooh. Roy Sommer, if you want to have him be someone that's in charge of development or a developmental coach, I'm good with that. But as a head coach, he has passed his prime and then some. Let's take a look at some of the evidence here. His combined record over the last 5 seasons is a losing one. He's 2-4 in playoff series in the last 5 years in which there were Calder Cup playoffs. He's had to play with a short roster because of an illegal lineup last season, which is an embarrassing penalty to have to take. In the past 5 years, he's put just one player from the Barracuda into a meaningful role with the Sharks. And meaningful is being very nice when I talk about Dylan Gambrell, who is a fourth liner and rather replaceable in the grand scheme of things. Several prospects under Sommer have also seen their chances of becoming an NHL player go down, according to hockeyprospecting.com's NHLE model. Those are Ryan Merkley, Noah Gregor, Jeremy Waugh, and Scott Reedy. The Sharks, whether they admit to it or not, are about to embark on a rather heavy lift of a rebuild, and they're going to need a coach who can teach modern hockey principles while developing young players and building a winning culture by winning games, winning playoff series. Roy Sommer has shown that he can maybe do one of those 3 things in the past 5 years. It's time. If his developmental acumen is enough to earn him a developmental coach role in the San Jose Sharks organization, that's great. But it is time to move forward with a head coach. That is my gift to you, San Jose Barracuda.
And for those who aren't aware, Roy Sommer has been the AHL coach for the San Jose Sharks since 1998. We're talking Kentucky Thoroughbreds. Or Thoroughblades, rather. Sorry, Kentucky Thoroughblades. We're talking the Worcester Sharks. We're talking the Cleveland Barons, who their logo is literally a shark with a monocle. It was quite comical. So anyway, yeah, he's been around for a while. And that's our gift to you. Anyway, moving on. Henderson Silver Knights. We are giving the gift of the metallic silver helmets for both home and away. Oh, those helmets are a perfect encapsulation of the spirit of the team. They are flashy, they're fun, and anger other teams and their fan bases who incorrectly think that they are awful. They are the showmanship and entertainment that Henderson provides, encapsulated into a hockey brain bucket. Why aren't they available for home fans to see? Make those helmets the only helmet. No more white helmets. And I'm thinking when the Dollar Loan Center opens up in April, I think, we'll wait until we'll delay the gift a little bit. And
it's Christmas. There will be no delaying of gifts. This is Christmas now. They can get other gifts later.
All right there, Mr. Grinch. Easy. Wait, isn't that opposite of Grinch? Never mind. Yes, you're going anti-Grinch on me. Yes, we'll give it to him right now. What the hell?
All right. Bakersfield Condors, you are up next. And our gift to you is not one I ever anticipated giving, but I'm going to give you Moonshine and Ryan Stanton back.
What?
I never thought that Stuart Skinner would be the answer in Bakersfield, but wow, have Rodrigue and Konovlov been terrible. I really thought they would have done better, but they have been bad. And some of that is not their fault. The defense in front of them has also been porous. They haven't been able to defend the net front nearly to the level they were last season. To help fix that, Ryan Stanton is part of your gift. He's a mean net front defender who is an assistant captain. He's not faring too well in Rockford, but he was effective in Bakersfield in the bubble last season. So we're sending him to you for future considerations for Rockford. which he's on an AHL contract. That's a completely legitimate trade that could happen right now. But we're sending Ryan Stanton back. We're giving Mike Smith the gift of a recovery so that Moonshine comes back. There you go, Bakersfield. Merry Christmas.
And Rockford better be careful after that, because Belleville's got an eye on those future considerations. You got that guy in the yellow suit behind the tree going like this.
That is going to be a future meme. I can already tell you that right now.
Yes. Make it so. All right, next up, my home market, the Colorado Eagles. And I am going to be giving them the gift, again, dusting off the time machine. We are completely erasing 2020 and 2021. We are just completely forgetting the coronavirus and the COVID-19 global pandemic. And I know this gift has many people around the world have wished that this gift would come to fruition and have them bestowed upon them. But the Eagles get this in particular because of the specific plans that were to pass. So back in September 2019, I sat down and interviewed Eagles CEO Martin Lind regarding a brand spanking new 10,000 seat arena for AHL Colorado, just in time for the 2021-22 season. My, how time flies. Alas, with all the havoc COVID-19 has wrought upon the world, those plans were put on hold pretty quickly in early 2020. So, with some Christmas magic in Santa's big gift bag, I want to give the past 2 calendar years back to the Eagles so that they can have a brand spanking new arena with double the capacity, just what the Eagles deserve after jumping from the CHL to the ECHL to the AHL in the same digs that they have had since 2003. Merry Christmas, Colorado Eagles. We're going back to 2019.
I have a joke to be made, but I will not make it because you will get mad. And then you'll have to do more editing, and we don't need that.
Okay. I mean, you can't just throw that out there without,
If we're going back to 2019, does that mean they still have the Kelly Cup?
Oh, my. No comment. Moving on.
Edit away, sir. Edit away. Next up, we have the Abbotsford Canucks. We're giving the Abbotsford Canucks the end of a spicy goalie controversy, a Spencer Martin trade. Spencer Martin can't be stealing starts from Mikey DiPietro and Arthur Seelovs. Yes, Martin has gotten credit for wins. The team has also scored an average of 4 goals per game in Martin starts compared to 2.75 goals per game in the rest of the games they played this season. Fun fact, goaltending doesn't influence offense. DiPietro and Seelovs have struggled, but they need to work through those struggles as potential future goalies in Vancouver. Not see Spencer Martin take time from them because the team plays better in front of him than it does for the Utes. We had Cody Sievertson on just a few episodes ago, and even he was saying how ridiculous this is. So that's our Christmas gift to Canucks Nation, Canucks Army, and Cody himself. We are trading Spencer Martin for future considerations.
Watch out. Belleville's got an eye on that. All right, next up, second to the last, penultimate here in the Pacific Division, the Tucson Roadrunners. And like their divisional rival, divisional foe, the Colorado Eagles, we are going to be gifting them something a little different. Not exactly going back in time 2 years, but we are going to be giving them a brand new arena. The Tucson Convention Center has hosted a lot of hockey, a lot of minor league hockey games and teams. However, it is not built for hockey, and it shows. There is no behind the net seating. The backup goalie can't fit on the bench. We're talking about the home backup goalie here. I mean, poor Prospatov. We've seen him sit all alone on a little stool back behind there, all by myself.
Man does his best Bernie Sanders impression.
Except instead of those mittens, he's just got his blocker and his glove.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yeah, that is exactly it. But hey, if the Barracuda, the Henderson Silver Knights, and the Coachella Valley Firebirds are getting brand new facilities, yeah, the Roadrunners, they need to get a new one themselves. Hence, our Christmas gift. Something you need that you won't give yourself. It's going to be a new arena for Tucson. Oh.
And last of all the 31 gifts that we are giving the San Diego Gulls, you are getting a PDO bender. The Gulls' puck luck this season has been atrocious. There's talent on that roster, but for the life of them, the Gulls can't sustain any reasonable puck luck besides bad puck luck. Their estimated PDO for the season is 98. That is third worst in the Pacific Division and is worse than Lehigh Valley. The Lehigh Valley Phantoms are getting better puck luck than the San Diego Gulls. That's a crime, and we are fixing it. Our gift is a puck luck bender where you hit 103 for a month and go back to kind of fluctuating around 100 like you're supposed to, which is still a giant improvement from where you are. Merry Christmas, San Diego. You stay classy.
Hallelujah. Holy shit. Where's the Tylenol? All right. Well, that will do it for episode number 71. For Sean the Grinch O'Brien, my name is CC Clark Griswold Hockley. And yeah, that's going to do it for our Happy Holidays Christmas episode. Whatever you celebrate this time of year, we respect it and we wish you a happy one. Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Merry Kwanzaa, Happy Kwanzaa, I mean. Oh, you can have a Merry Kwanzaa too, why not? But yeah, that'll do it. So with that said, I think a fitting rendition of the first verse of this song would be good. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. Keep your stick on the ice, folks. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.